So it's still working?
It's a dead end, there's no way around.
It's not just only creatures, you know. I think that that thing is living, like they are into something alive. You understand what I mean?
Where'd they go?
The passage was closed between you. I love that they're working with that friendship for this season.
Clarke, this isn't a cave. It's a living organism.
Said it!
Let's digest the bedtime. Maybe clear its next meal.
But what about the stone? It means that the stone is into that thing? Oh! You're there! No, 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 no! He's with you. I'm glad that you are still alive. I was afraid for you.
A dozen disciples. They'll suicide to stop you if they have to.
Well, how do we get to send them?
You don't through the oxygen door. There's a door on the far side. Stairs that will take you to the surface. They won't follow.
The surface?
Because it's not survivable. Not for long, anyway. Longer than here.
You're a janitor.
How much you get, run.
That's gonna begin to be an habit between you two. What, Gabriel? You saw something.
What is that? Is this something from Earth?
He looks like Jasper! Ah, am I the only one who is thinking about him? Look! He looks like Jasper.
You're weird, huh? Hey!
I'm glad that you are making a friend. But I really have the impression to see Jasper as a kid.
Oh.
That's disturbing.
Sure, why not?
Did you think about it also when you watched the episode? I'm glad for you, Maddy, but I'm disturbed.
Our guns were stolen. Nearly 50 of them. A good idea who has them, but I can't get them back unless all of one crew is with me.
She needs you to unite
Maddy,
them.
we need our commander.
What about Clarke?
I'll talk with Clarke. The truth is, no one understands this more than her.
I think so also. She would have done the same, you know, if it was her, not if it was Maddy, for sure.
The others will find a way. And what? To what? Stay so damn strong.
She crashed during one entire season. We saw her crashing.
I killed 4 people in the nuclear reactor. Ain't more late than that night for good measure. Maybe this is karma for everything we've done. The people we've killed to save the people we love. We loved people too. It doesn't end here. And if we have a soul, yours isn't cracked.
Yes.
You're a good person. Maybe the best I know.
Oh, thank you for that, for telling her that.
Best you know, huh?
Yes. What?
Then why didn't I go in? I could have wanted those knives myself. I could have wanted myself, but I was afraid. I was so afraid.
Thank you for being there for her, Clarke. You're with them?
I'm on it.
Stan is here. Where are you gonna go?
Because they care about her. And so do I.
I'm fine. I can do this.
You should look at her. She's terrified.
You're trying to protect her. I love that.
Lord, I'll clear our crew. You were born for this. Do you remember what I told you to say? You said one more word to stop this and I will cut you down. I swear it.
Cut me down because that's the only way to run these people in there.
Ma fille.
I'm sorry.
She's having a panic attack, Indra. She can't do this, and you know it.
Now, right.
Then we removed the flame from Maddy. Shade hid us consciousness, disappeared into the computer. From there, it jumped into the mind drive. What group will know Shade hid is back?
You can't do that.
Then follow her.
Send get a crew would. That's why we need Maddy.
No, that is why we need you.
We weren't actually in that bunker, but I don't think it takes a genius to figure out who's really running things down there while Octavia was painting her face with blood.
Come on, Octavia did a good part of the job, a big one. It's her moment to shine, being the badass queen that she is since seasons.
I'm watch.
It's right on, no be like Hera. We no trip you up. I so hate you.
Nah!
I know stay is wrong.
Come on, Indra, you can do that. Kneel.
No, but I'm on. No way. I'll say. Go up. Come, bunker. Like Hazard's here. He'll take us down. And also space our home down. Night. It's on you. Yes, claim us Valga. And come on up there.
Same. I'm glad for you, Indra.
There's nothing to be scared of. Just tell us how to get outside. What happens without rebreathers?
Same thing has happened to the Bartolomans. Extinction.
They wouldn't have told us to do this if it wasn't survival.
Eco.
You said his name. Still might be lugging on the inside.
Honey, you just hurt him.
It's always a hope.
No, it's not true. I want to live.
Then I suggest stepping aside. We don't have time for this.
You're really not helping to like her character.
I can't let you risk it.
Gabriel. You betrayed them? Gabriel?
Any change?
Oh, it's not working.
The thing damaged the helmet and perhaps too blurry.
What?
I'm familiar.
How is it possible there's people here from the bunker and bullets?
It's gotta be coincidence, right?
People from Earth used the stone. Someone that we know? I think that the ones on Bardo, who came from Earth, maybe visited all of the planets because they created the elements. But maybe also someone that we know. It's ending with that. That's not the first episode of this season where I'm surprised by the way that they're ending it. Like, it's not a real end, it's not a big cliffhanger, it's not something like, oh, what is gonna happen? No, I want to see what is gonna happen. Or a big thing. It's really like just, boom. I have the impression that we have to have another scene after that. Again, everything that happened during this episode was great and really interesting, but they have an issue with the rhythm of it, really, with, articulating all of the different parts to be smooth, right there, it's not smooth, it's really a difference of rhythm between each stories and they are not mixing them well. Like, all of what happened on Sanctum was really great if we think about it, the fact that they stole the guns, we don't know who stole them, but we think and we can be almost at 100% sure that it was the prisoners. And Indra telling all of that to Maddy being okay to help and finally not, Murphy being there to protect her, Indra taking back the control of one crew, all of the things with Shededa talking to people and all of that was really interesting, but it was not in the same rhythm than the two other big stories that we had during this episode. All of the part on Bardo with Dioza! That's so great that we had Dioza during this episode. We know now all of what happened to her during all of this time. That was such a long time that they tortured her and she managed to not tell anything and to continue to resist, to fight, to finally escape, and she is now with Hope and all of the other ones. That's so great, and they're trying to escape from the place. I really have an impression, you know, of a bunker situation, not like what we had with Blood Raina, but maybe more like we had on Mount Weather, you know. I really have more this Mount Weather vibe just right there. Maybe there is something that we have to work on with that also. I don't know, but yes, I have this impression, and also the impression that it's like at Mount Weather, maybe they're gonna go outside and they can't breathe outside. Maybe all of the ones on Bardo can't, like all of the ones who were in Mount Weather, but maybe they can, the ones who are coming from Earth. I don't know, maybe there is something there. I'm glad that we saw Levitt. I was afraid for him that they killed him, but he's right there. The relationship that they are creating between him and Octavia is great. Not really because of the story, but because it's refreshing, you know. I don't know how to say it in another way. This relationship that they are building between Octavia and Levitt, for Octavia that's great because she never had one since Lincoln, and she was just going deeper and deeper in the dark side of her. So I'm glad for her to have someone new and kind with her. And yes, it's really refreshing for her character, for Octavia, but also for the show to have that kind of relationship written now. That's, you know, we can breathe during these moments. That's really refreshing. So yes, we have this other story, and the last one is the one with Clarke and her team on the ice planet, trying to find the stone into that living thing. They are having some issues, but at the end they are finding the stone. They are going to another planet. The real thing that happened during that storyline that can be interesting to keep for the next episode, the fact that they found, you know, a proof that someone coming from Earth went there also on the ice planet. I'm voting for the ones, you know, the shepherd, the ones who found Bardo. They found all of the other planets because also they are the ones who created the helmets. So they had to visit all of the different planets for having the stones and for having the helmets and all of that. So I'm voting for that, but I'm still thinking that maybe someone that we knew on Earth during the time of the 100 and all of that, someone from this situation maybe did it, you know, maybe were the shepherd or arrived after the shepherd, I don't know, but really thinking that we're gonna have someone that we knew before coming back just right there as a surprise for the season 7. Like I said, I'm not watching promotional pictures and all of that, just trailers for seasons, not for episodes, and I didn't, you know, look at the casting of this season if we have actors or actresses from the other seasons that we were not expecting for this one. I didn't make research about that to avoid spoilers. I'm not gonna do it after this episode, even if I have this series since 2 episodes now, because I want to be surprised when it's gonna happen. But I'm really voting for that. Maybe these persons were the shepherd, I mean the ones coming from Earth that we know, or maybe there are people who came after the shepherd. I don't know. But I think that whether they are the shepherd or they came after the shepherd, I think that the shepherd visited all of these different planets through the stone, and that's why they made the helmets like that. That was nice, you know, that little excursion, you know, I don't know how to name it in another way, that little journey on this planet. That was something great, that was You know, all of these claustrophobic moments, for me it was painful to watch because I'm claustrophobic. But yes, it was sympathetic, you know, to have these moments, and also to have moments between Raven and Clarke, because like I said during the episode, I really think that their friendship is one of the best of the show, and during the last seasons that I didn't like, I had the impression that they were not writing enough this friendship, and I'm glad that Clarke is there for Raven. I'm also glad that Raven is finally understanding what Clarke lived during all of these years, all of these things about sacrificing people for saving the ones that you love. All of that, Clarke lived that for years, for entire years, and I'm not okay with what Raven said, like the fact that she was a badass all along these seasons and she never regretted it or stuff like that. Like we saw Clarke crashing so many times, and one time she escaped, she tried to live without people and all of that during a long time because she was not handling the situation well, the fact that she had to sacrifice people. So, you know, Raven is not right by thinking that Clarke always handled these situations about killing people well. She didn't. We had proofs of that since seasons, and Raven also had proof of that. Again, that time when Clarke ran away, come on, that was a big one. Yes, you see, all of these stories were really interesting, but how they mixed them during the episode, there is really an issue with the rhythm, with mixing well these stories, because you know, all of them were great, so all of them deserve time on screen and all of them deserve to be explored, but how they are building them, it's not well for some of them, you know. The one on Sanctum felt less interesting because we are used to Sanctum now, we are used to have issues with Shaded Edas and Commanders, one crew and all of that, so we can be tired of that when we are interested and intrigued to discover what is happening on Bardo, what is happening on this new planet, the ice planet. And that's bad, you know, for Sanctum, because again, what happened on Sanctum was also interesting, but because of the fact that it was mixed with the two other ones and not well mixed, we can have the impression that we are tired of what happened on Sanctum. No, it was great, it was interesting. They really need to find a reason for their episode. I think that if they find a real rhythm for their episodes and how to mix all of these stories together, they can succeed to have me entirely satisfied about their episodes. Because right there I loved all of the stories, you know, these three stories. I loved what they made with the characters, what they made with Octavia and Leavitt, what they made with Raven and Clarke, and with what they made with Indra and Maddy. I loved what they made with the stories, I love what they made with the characters, but with how they made all of that working together, there is still, you know, that's a little thing. Just mix that well and I would be okay entirely with this episode and with the next ones. So I really hope that for the next ones they're gonna find a better way to do it. For the things that I didn't like during this episode, I'm sorry to say it, but Iko. I'm sad because the actress is playing what they asked her to play well. She's playing well, the actress, but what they are writing for her is bad. It's really not a way for making me love her, all of the things that they are writing for her. Her anger, you know, the fact that she wasn't talking or watching Dioza or stuff like that, like she was mad during that moment, that felt, you know, no. With the moment, you know, with the character of Dioza, it felt bad. And after that, the fact that she killed that man, and we were like, okay, he's telling us stuff that seems right, and he seems to be a nice person and bam, she's killing him. Again, that's not a way for making me love her. And the other thing that they did wrong during this episode is the fact that we didn't see Bellamy. At least Clarke screamed his name first when she was searching for her friends. She screamed his name first. Thank you! At least we had that. But that's all. That's really all. We'll see what is gonna happen during the next episode. He's not dead. Believe me with that, he's not dead. If he's dead, I wouldn't understand this season, but also the entire show. Like, really, the entire show is built with these two main characters, Clarke and Bellamy. So they need to have, for the final season, a real development and a real end. If you want to kill one of them, or maybe the two of them, they need to have a real end, a real closure for their characters, a real moment where we're gonna say goodbye to them, we're gonna mourn them. They deserve that. So that's why I don't believe that he's dead, because we didn't have that at all. It wouldn't be logical with how the show is written since the beginning, and also how you are supposed to write the end of your main characters. I don't know. I mean, I know that it wouldn't be logical, so that's why I'm not believing into it. He's not dead. For me, he's not dead, and I'm pretty sure of it, he's not dead. Okay, so it's all for the 100 for today for you and for me, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Raven.